Hey, welcome, Soul fam. You're tuned into Max and Mello's Architects of Soul, where Mello Soul and I, Max Soul, dive deep into the rich tapestry of soul music, from the architects who built it to the innovative sounds shaping it today. Right, Mello?
Right, that's right, Max. We're on a journey exploring how the timeless lessons of the greats inform and ignite our own creative fire and that of our peers as we push the boundaries of what soul music can be.
And pushing boundaries is what music is really all about.
Amen. Yeah.
And that's what we're here to talk about today. So we're kicking it off with the story of a true titan, a man whose voice could melt ice and inspire pure joy. And he definitely inspired pure joy, still singing to this day. That's the Reverend Al Green. His impact is undeniable. And we're going to break down how his artistry laid a blueprint for us all. And I'm going to talk about when I got a chance to work with him, which was an unbelievable thing.
Wow. So prepare to get soulful, because we've got 5 segments lined up for you, packed with insights and conversation. So stay with us.
You bet. We'll be right back. Mello, let's jump right into it. When we talk about Al Green, well, you immediately think of that distinct Memphis sound he created with Willie Mitchell and the high rhythm section. It wasn't that raw grit of Stax, right? That hardcore,
Stax was more in your face.
Yeah, in your face, right? Bam, right? But something else entirely.
Yeah, absolutely, Max. It was a sophisticated, almost luxurious sound. Those subtle horns, lush strings, and that tight rhythm section, that was a masterclass in production.
Right, and that tight rhythm section, I mean, that's like the string, but those horns, what a difference from being in your face. They were like smooth. The strings kind of slid under
whereas
you.
the Stax horns tended to stab, the Memphis horns were more sort of melodious
legato.
and more legato. Exactly. And it truly set them apart, where Stax was a punch in the gut, High Records was a gentle caress, and both were equally powerful in their own right. That smooth sensuality became a hallmark.
Oh, truly a hallmark. And then, of course, well, there's his voice, right? And that voice, oh my God, from that hushed whisper to that soaring gospel-infused falsetto, his incredible control and his emotional range were staggering, especially in his heyday. I mean, I got to work with him in the 80s. It's unbelievable. And he was, pushing late 60s. But what his control, his range, it wasn't just singing. It was storytelling, seduction, devotion, all of it just wrapped into one.
You said it. It's that ability to move between those emotional registers effortlessly. He could be so intimate, so vulnerable, then exploded with this raw, almost spiritual passion.
Yeah, make you want to do right before you do wrong.
Yeah, that's it. It's a lesson in dynamic vocal performance for us when we're crafting our own vocals.
Well, your vocals, I don't
Well,
think.
when we're crafting my vocals,
There you go.
Al Green is always a touchstone for that kind of emotional transparency and nuance. We want our listeners to feel what we're singing, not just hear it.
Without a doubt. And we learned that from him. I mean, the emotion, the emotive content that man was capable or is capable of bringing across with that microphone in his hand and the band behind him is ridiculous. I mean, it's not about vocal acrobatics either, just for the sake of it. But he was about serving the song and that emotion in that song. That's something we truly try to embody in our music, finding that sweet spot between technical skill and raw, unadulterated feeling. Because when you're feeling it, you're feeling it, right, Mel?
Exactly. And that subtle improvisation, those moans and wails, they weren't just ad-libs. Those were extensions of the emotion, little flourishes that became his signature. It's about letting the Spirit guide you in the moment. He got that from church, I'm sure.
He did get that from church, and he's still doing it today. And because when he started, he wasn't the Reverend Al, but he came up in gospel.
He became Reverend Al.
But he became Reverend Al, and he's still the Reverend Al.
You know what led to that, right? The grit. That's a whole other conversation.
Oh, so we need to talk about that.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll get to that, maybe.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Okay, and meanwhile, you're listening to Max and Mello's Architects of Soul. And we're back on Max and Mello's Architects of Soul. Before the break, we were digging into Al Green's incredible vocal artistry and the unique sound he pioneered. But as it turns out, you weren't familiar with the grits situation. So
I did not know about this come to Jesus moment.
Well, literally, it was that, because let me tell you what happened. What I heard was that he, Al Green was a magnet, a chick magnet.
Oh my God, it still was. We'll get to that also.
I don't know if he was married to this woman or if he was just in a relationship with her, but he was his girlfriend / wife, whatever she was to him, was upset that he was, I don't know if he was seeing another woman or she caught him with another woman.
Pandering, just like every other.
Something involving another woman.
Right.
And Al was taking a shower, and the girlfriend or wife came in and poured hot grits on him, like straight off the stove, hot grits.
So she pulled the curtain back and tossed hot grits on him.
There you go.
And he saw God.
Oh, that'll make you see Jesus. That'll make you see stars, actually.
Well, yeah. Don't go good with eggs when it's on your shoulder, does it? But in reality, what happened? He ended up being...
after that, that was his come to Jesus moment, because after that, he went back to gospel, not full time, because he had a huge audience in the secular world as well.
Right.
So he wasn't going to give that money up.
Well, you want to talk about that ability to seamlessly weave between...
Yeah, exactly. And so that from that point on, he became both a gospel and a secular artist. He he had the ability to do both anyway the whole time.
Sacred and secular, right? So that's where Al Green becomes more than just a singer. He becomes a spiritual conduit.
Right.
And I've seen that. He came from a deep gospel background, so he grew up with it, and you could hear it in every note. Even in his most overtly romantic songs, you still hear that. It's like he brought the church into the bedroom in the best possible way. Mm-hmm. Although he was a very salacious man, quite obviously, he sure knew how to make that secular and the sacred still sound sexy.
And you almost couldn't tell the difference between which mood he was trying to conjure up at the moment. But exactly, I mean, he made love songs feel holy. He made gospel songs feel deeply personal. This blurring of the lines created such a profound emotional connection with his audience. His performances weren't just about entertainment.
No, they were a show. They were a real show.
Yeah. And they often felt like a spiritual awakening. And think about Love and Happiness, which is my favorite Al Green track.
Hey, great track.
It's a secular track, but there's a hopeful, almost prayer-like quality to it.
Yep, and that is a powerful lesson for us, too, if you think about that, right? Mm-hmm. The new vibe aims to be more than just catchy hooks, right? We want to tap into something deeper. This is who we are, something that resonates with people on a soul level, because that's what this is. This is about your inner peace, your inner soul, right? Whether it's about love, heartbreak, or societal issues, bringing that spiritual depth, that raw honesty is key to what we want to do and key to what Al did.
For sure, Max. And it's about being authentic to your experiences and allowing that to infuse your music, no matter the topic.
Yes, genuine.
Yeah, Al showed us that you don't have to choose between your faith and your art. They can elevate each other.
Yeah, and you can intertwine them.
Yeah, even when he fully transitioned into gospel, his secular work still carried that undeniable spiritual undertone. And like I said, he continued to do secular music as well.
Yes, when I worked with him at the Apollo, he was still Reverend Al Green.
Oh, yeah.
They did 2 shows. We did an early show and a midnight show. The first show was absolutely beautiful, really nice, really great audience. The midnight show, that was some raunchy shit. Mm-hmm. It was badass. He was unbelievable. Can you imagine? And I don't mean any disrespect here, but they...
Sure you do.
Yeah, I guess I do. But at 69 years old, the women are still tossing panties onto the stage. It was unreal. It was a moment that I needed to see.
I was just thinking about granny panties being hurled my way.
I guess that depends, don't it? Anyway, it's really about crafting songs, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and that really takes courage, doesn't it? To put all yourself into your art. I mean, it's not about being preachy. Mm-mm. It's about being present and honest with every note, which Al was. All kidding aside, the legacy that he built, that we're trying to build ourselves, that connection, it goes beyond the superficial.
Oh, way beyond, Max. Meanwhile, you're still with Architects of Soul, and we're getting deep with Al Green. And next up, we'll talk about his prolific hit-making and lasting influence, so stay tuned.
Thanks for tuning into Architects of Soul. Our music is waiting for you. Hey, welcome back to Architects of Soul. Well, we've talked about Al Green's sound and his spiritual connection. But let's not forget that man was a hit-making machine in the 70s.
Absolutely. Tired of being alone. Let's Stay Together, which even Barack Obama had.
Yeah.
You couldn't resist Let's Stay Together.
Well, let's call it practically the unofficial anthem of soul music.
There you go. There you go. And of course, Call Me Come Back Home,
Still
Love
in Love
and
with
Happiness,
You.
which is
Don't
my
forget
my
Still in Love with You.
Oh, Still in Love with You. Melissa Morgan did a really nice remake of that in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
His songs still just resonate years later after they've,
Well, each one is a masterpiece. Each
Yeah.
one a staple. He just wasn't good, right? He was consistently great. And what's incredible is how these songs still resonate today, right? They are not just nostalgia. They feel fresh and timeless, and they do. They do. I could put an Al Green song on in 5 seconds and be right in the pocket in 2 seconds, not thinking about the time frame, not at all, right? I mean, that's the mark of a true artist, isn't it?
It really is. And I mean, as recently as like the early 2000s, he had a hit, Could This Be the Love? He did it with JoJo and Casey from...
Right. Oh, yeah. JoJo and Casey from Jodeci.
Jodeci. You're right,
Yeah, yeah.
right. Nice.
I worked with them, too. Came to the Apollo, had me editing.
All right, throwing
tape.
names around. Look at you.
I know. I can't help myself. I'm just a whore. Anyway.
Aren't we all, though?
I know. That's what we do. This is music because we
Yeah.
have no choice.
Yeah.
So, but it's about crafting songs that have lyrical depth, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it's about. 100%. And it's about crafting songs that have lyrical depth and musicality that stands the test of time. Al Green taught us that the song itself is paramount. You can have all the production and bells and whistles, but if the song isn't strong at its core, it won't last.
Now, does that sound familiar? Whereas, like, a good song is a good song is a good song is a good song.
Hello.
Right? This is what we say, and this is what we mean, and this is why these people have taught us so much, and how come it resonates with us, right? And let's face it, Al Green's influence stretches so far beyond just soul, right, Mello? I mean, you hear echoes of Al Green in everyone from Prince and Marvin Gaye to D'Angelo, Maxwell, and even contemporary artists like John Legend. Al set a standard for vocal performance and emotional delivery, and it continues to inspire. And he did. I mean, you watched the guy on stage, and you were just taken away to another place. It was amazing. The resonant attitude of the theater was one of absolute beauty.
Oh, he elevated soul balladry to an art form. The way he delivered those tender, heartfelt lyrics, supported by those impeccable arrangements.
Oh, yeah, a masterclass, right?
Uh-huh.
And when we're in the studio, if you think about what we do and we're thinking about a new ballad, we ask ourselves, just like we do with everybody else, okay, so who are we trying to send? How are we trying to get it, right? How would Al do it? How would Sam do it? How would Marvin do it? Like, that's the cool part for this, is that all of this becomes fodder for what we do and how we write. And if you think about it, I mean, Al Green is an architect, right? He is truly an architect. And his induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right, in 1995, and the consistent reverence for his work just solidifies his place as a giant. For us, learning from these people, these giants, well, it isn't about imitation, right? It's about understanding the principles that make their music so powerful. It's about respecting the foundation they built so we can build our own.
Exactly. And taking those foundational elements and applying them to our contemporary sound, pushing it forward while acknowledging the past. It's all about progression, not just replication.
Oh, you better believe it. Well, still more insights to come on Architects of Soul. After the break, we'll talk about the broader lessons we learned from the greats and how they apply to the music industry today.
So stick around.
All right, we're in the home stretch on Architects of Soul, and we've delved deep into Al Green's legacy. But his path and the paths of other soul legends,
They offer so many vital lessons for artists.
That's right, Max. Another critical lesson is about finding and protecting your unique voice. Al Green had that distinctive, sensual croon. Aretha had that powerful, unshakable delivery. In a crowded landscape today, it's more important than ever to cultivate what makes you unique and not just chase trends.
Oh, without a doubt. And that ties into authenticity. Because the soul legends poured their lives into their music. You felt their joy, their pain, their longing. That level of vulnerability, it connects people on a much deeper level than something manufactured or superficial, which is why we do soul music, which is why we love what we love. We want our music to feel real, to speak real experiences.
So, as Max and I, Mello, continue on our journey with Soul and the New Vibe, these lessons from Al Green and other architects of soul are our guiding stars.
Truly a pathway for us. We're taking that rich emotional depth, that commitment to vocal mastery, right? The commitment to the music that sits underneath, that makes the foundation, right? The understanding of sophisticated production and filtering it through our own experiences and our own modern influence. And then we get to honor the past while pushing it forward. That's a great gift.
It really is. And another gift is that we're collaborating with our peers, building on this incredible foundation and striving to create music that resonates with a new generation while still carrying that unmistakable soul fire.
And that soul fire does not leave us, ever, because the essence of soul music, that raw emotion, that storytelling, that undeniable groove is timeless. And that, my friends, is a language that speaks to everyone.
Amen. And we're committed to speaking it fluently, passionately, and authentically.
That's right. So keep that soul fire burning. Protect your sound. Nurture your creativity. Own your voice. And remember the lessons from the giants who came before. And yep, protect your masters. You knew we were going to say that. And seek out wise mentors who can guide you on your journey. And until next we meet, peace and soul, y'all.